Like I chugged, like chug, and after I'm like, this isn't water.
That's not water.
This is fucking great nephew. Blacked out.
Now we're good.
Alrighty, welcome to the second episode of Brodicans.
2.5.
2.5, we could call it 2.5 because we've tried this a few times. This bottle was full pretty much the first time that we started recording the second podcast, and it's pretty empty. And that's fine. So, thank you for tuning in to the most politically incorrect podcast in YouTube.
Fucking right, yo. Fucking right.
Make sure that you guys subscribe, comment, like, all that fun stuff.
Or fuck off if you don't like it.
Fuck off if you don't like it. And yeah, welcome guys. We have Richard with us.
Yeah, Richard.
We have Ron with us.
What's that?
Our most enthusiastic host.
Woo!
And myself, Brian.
The beer. Sorry.
Cheers, boys. Cheers. How are you guys? I noticed that you're not drinking, cuz.
Not drinking tonight.
What happened, cuz?
Sober 2020 or what's going on?
Yes. So
Quarantine's collateral damage.
Yeah,
No,
quarantine's
I'm medicated. I had a bad reaction to the liquor we were drinking on one of the other recordings. So we're just not. We're not gonna drink for a bit.
So for the third time, tell us what happened.
Give us all the
Tell
details.
the audience though. They don't know. Trust me.
The audience doesn't know.
Trust me, they don't know.
Basically, after our recording, I went home, went to sleep, woke up, took a piss, fainted, fell in the toilet.
Inside the toilet?
Stood up. My hand was in the toilet. Yeah, my hand was in the toilet.
That's crazy.
Stood up, was about to walk out, fainted again. Went to ER. They're saying that it could have been the alcohol, or it could have been that little diagnosis that it was. We don't know. I don't want to push it. I don't want. Yeah, I don't. I hit myself on the head. It was a small bump, but I'm not trying to like cut my head open, so I'm not gonna drink for a bit. It's fine.
That's good.
Wow, proud of you. Question:
Yeah.
If you failed twice because you fainted again like twice, what made you think that you could go to an ER on your own and not faint on the way there?
Yeah. How come you didn't like call an ambulance? How come you drove?
Yeah.
I was gonna call an ambulance, but I'm like, they're gonna charge me, and due to quarantine, our funds are low. Okay.
Our financial status is
our pockets are eco-friendly for the next quarantine months. So I wasn't gonna go, but I was like, fuck, like no, it was 2 times. Let me just go. Let me just make sure it was nothing, because I'm thinking it was a stroke, right? Because when I came to, I was kind of like shaking. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what the fuck was going on, right? So I just went, and then they're like, oh, it could have been that syncope, whatever the fuck this shit's called. It could have been that. It could have been the alcohol with the medicine. We don't know.
The mix.
They're like, we don't know. So it's like, on the safe side, just don't drink. So not drinking.
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Did you just jerk off before going to bed?
Yeah, because that makes you faint.
That makes me think. Yeah, that makes me think.
You know what's interesting? You know, like where the medicine comes, right? Like the little bottles that it comes in.
Right.
It'd be good if in the bottle it would said, "Do not drink while taking the medicine."
No, it does. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say don't drink. It doesn't say don't drink. It says alcohol and drugs can intensify, the feelings of dizziness, drowsiness, but it doesn't say you can faint. Again, we don't know if it was the alcohol itself with the drugs,
right?
Or if it's that little diagnosis that could happen even without the drugs or the alcohol. So it's just more like something to like preventative, so it doesn't occur. If it does occur, they just like come back.
Diuretic as well.
I'm surprised that like you
Sorry.
decided to go after the second time you fainted.
I fainted like in 30 seconds. Like in 30 seconds. So I stood up. I'm like, oh shit. Opened the door and I'm like, "Ugh." Like it wasn't like 5 minutes later. No, it was like back to back. That's why I was like, oh shit.
But
let me
that's
go.
the thing.
That's crazy.
How would you then make the decision of going to ER on your own,
Yeah.
knowing that you don't know what could happen? You put yourself at risk, my friend. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Like, who am I gonna call? At fucking like 4 in the morning. Nobody.
The
No,
ambulance,
you stay
911.
home. Or not, if you don't want to call the ambulance, you stay home until you're completely sure that you're feeling fine and you don't put anybody else at risk. Cause
Did you
I don't-
wait
I don't-
like
I
5
don't-
minutes,
I
or
don't-
did you like leave right away?
Nah,
Or did you, like,
I
kinda,
waited.
like,
I
sit
waited.
down
I waited.
or-
Yeah, I sat down on my bed. I kind of waited, and I'm like, "Fuck, I should go." And then I went. Now I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna be a commotion like inside the house and all that shit, like with the roommates and all that shit. Like, I don't know.
I hear you. I wouldn't have called the ambulance either, but I would have waited until like I knew that I was completely fine to go to ER, or you know,
Until
like,
I was
just-
dead.
No, I went.
You could have made this. You could have made the
this.
situation worse.
Nah, the streets are empty.
Doesn't matter. What if you crash?
I-
I've
you-
driven.
yeah,
I've
you-
driven
you-
like drunk, so I think I would have been
It's
fine.
not
you
the same.
shouldn't
It's
say that.
definitely
You
not
shouldn't
the
say
same.
that on the podcast. Let's just avoid that.
It's definitely not the same. It's definitely
Ah,
not the same.
correct.
But hey, man, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad we have
Yeah,
you here for another podcast.
Absolutely.
I mean, after the first one, we're in this together. So, if for the second one you wouldn't have been here, people would have been like, "Why is it down to 2 after one podcast?" Would have been very
Going
obvious.
downhill
Anyways,
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Going downhill pretty
Anyways.
fast.
Anyways, what are you guys drinking?
What are you drinking,
I'm
bro?
drinking myself a beer. It's Sol. I'm pretty sure you guys, most of you know it if you've been to Dominican Republic or Mexico or Cuba. I don't know if they sell it like Cuba though.
I don't
But
think
it's
they
pretty
sell it in
popular.
Cuba. In
But it's
Cuba,
pretty
mostly
popular.
Cristal.
It's pretty
Yeah,
popular
yeah, yeah.
though.
It's
And
good. It's not bad.
it's good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like, I like it. What about you, bro?
Fucking drinking this shit.
What is it? You fucking.
What is
moron.
it?
Havana Club, you can read it. Oh, it's backwards.
You,
but-
you can read it. I'll edit it on.
Oh,
I'll
you
put it on. I'll edit
you guys
it.
can't
You'll
read
see
it.
You'll
Yeah, we
see
can't-
it.
we
It's
can't
right
see
here,
it, you
right
fucking
here.
you guys can't see it in the camera. You can see it, but
You just had it like another day of work for yourself.
yeah. Nah, just this Havana Club that I got a while ago, and I didn't have a reason to open it up before the podcast, and now it's almost done.
Nice.
So-
That's how much we've
Right.
been trying to record, but we've had
That's how much
technical
we-
difficulties.
That's exactly it.
So, but wait, you're drinking that because you've been doing a whole challenge of no beer for a year, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So how does that played out for you so far?
Good. I've been good. I haven't drank beer the whole year.
Did it make any difference? Like,
Yeah.
honest to God, though.
Yeah.
Honest to God, don't just kind of like make us believe something that is not true.
No, it did. It really
How
did.
so? How so? Be honest.
Because in terms of beer, we drink a lot per se.
No, we drink a
amazing.
lot.
We do. But beer is a lot more accessible in terms of, hey, I'm gonna have a few here and there.
Can I have a
Well,
few
we-
48?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Especially when we sit down to drink, we sit down to drink. So I was drinking too
need
much
it.
beer, and I was and like I've always been skinny, obviously, but like I was starting to get like a little bit of like a little gut, you know, like I don't like that. I don't
Oh
even
no.
like that.
Oh, good.
Ash.
no.
Shit, I don't like that.
This skirt is not gonna look as good with this gut.
Get out of here. I was practicing like 5 days a week, and that shit was not coming down. Like it wasn't coming down. And I'm like, okay, maybe if I give
The
up
gut?
beer, yeah, because like I said, I either have like a healthy
Diet.
diet, or I stop drinking beer. That way, one makes up for the other because I couldn't do both. And because of where I work, or what I do for work, I really can't have a healthy diet. I've tried plenty things, and I just can't maintain a healthy diet. I probably like when I'm working hard, I probably eat like 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day that I eat after like 6 p.m. I skip breakfast, and like I've tried to change that, but I'm like I think it'll be easier for me to like give up beer, try it. At first I started with a month. I started. I'm not gonna drink beer for a month, and I noticed a slight difference. And I started that because I was trying out for a couple teams, and I was practicing a lot more than normal. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna give up beer for this month. And once I saw the difference, I'm like, okay, let's give it up for a year. And here we are. So far, so good.
Cold turkey?
Cold turkey.
Wow. Props to
Cold
that.
turkey,
Props to
cold
that.
Yeah.
Props to that.
Don't get me wrong, I miss it and I still love beer, but like, again, like at the end of the day, like,
I tried it for a month. And but
Tried.
for those of
Emphasis
you
on
who
tried.
don't, I tried.
big
I
emphasis
tried.
on trying.
I tried. For those of you who doesn't know, which is most of you, I live in Colombia, and it's really, really hard
It
not
is.
to drink in Colombia, just because the culture itself is based on alcohol drinking. Like the whole culture itself,
We're
it's based on
alcoholics.
soccer and alcohol, right?
Like an alcoholic.
So it's just really hard, and it's almost like the social pressure is like up here. If I go to, for example, my uncle's house and he offers me a beer and I say no, it's like it's gonna be a slap on the face.
That was
The hardest slap on their face ever. Like it's gonna be like, what do you mean you're not gonna drink? Like you better drink because I'm offering. You come into my house.
Okay,
you better
not
drink
like that.
what I'm offering.
Don't make the uncle
No,
look
not
like,
like that.
like,
No,
like
no.
an asshole.
It is. It
No,
is.
no,
No, it is.
you
No,
know-
it
you
is.
know what-
Oh,
you know what
you
my uncle
haven't
told
you
me?
haven't been maybe in that
No,
situation, but it is.
you
Oh,
know
it
what-
is. Oh,
you know what my-
hands down,
yeah.
it is.
You know what my uncle told me? It was funny because I even told Ron and my dad, I don't know if I told you before going to Colombia, but I'm like, my biggest test out of the whole year that I've been doing it, my biggest test is gonna be going to Colombia for the Christmas and New Year festivities, which is when they drink the most.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wasn't scared, but I want to see my uncle's reaction. You know what I mean? Because we enjoy drinking with him, and he's
Yeah.
always been a joker. And I got there, and I think the first time that I met up with him, it was at Ron's place. So we were serving the beers. He didn't serve us. We were serving the beers, and I served them beer, and I had bought wine for myself, and I served wine. And he's like, "Why aren't you drinking beer? Are you a girl or something? What happened?" He's like, "Did he become gay or something?"
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
started
yeah.
dying, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck!" I'm like, "No."
Hey, you knew it.
and,
you knew
and,
it.
and yeah, and like to my uncle, that you know how my uncle is. How do I explain to my uncle that like I was kind of like watching my weight for like my gut in soccer? He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Just drink a beer," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No," because by then I was already 8 months in, and when he found out that I was already like 8 months in, he's like, "Okay, fine, like whatever, like you're already like
I'll
into
support
deep."
you.
Yeah. I'll support you because you're already into deep end. He's like, "But like if this was like the second week, like you're done, you're stupid." But I think after I made it past Colombia, because Colombia was hard. I was there for like 3 weeks, and every day, like there's beer around you, every fucking day. So after that, I was fine. I'm like, I'll make it the.
I stopped drinking beer
Yeah.
around the same time as Brian did. When he told me that, it was mainly also like as moral support because we drink a lot together also. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be with him drinking beer while he's just there like looking at me, right? So I didn't.
Yeah,
I,
it's kind of like.
so
Thanks
I
for the
stopped
support.
it. No, it wasn't just that like alone, right? Like with me, it got bad because I was going to bars like right after work. So I was going like
Right.
3, almost 4 times a week, right? It
Oh.
was turning into a habit, and obviously I was spending a lot of
During
money.
the day
What?
or night times? During
No, as soon
the
as
day or always?
as soon as I after like right after work, as soon as I finished work,
Oh.
I would go straight in there, and like obviously between every bar has a little 5 to 9 or 6 to 10, like where like the beer is like $5 pints.
Happy hour shit.
Yeah, that type of shit. So I would just go in, drink 2-3 pints 3-4 times a week, maybe more, and it was just turning into a habit.
A habit.
Spending a lot of money. So when he said that, I was like, you know what? I'll take this opportunity and stop drinking
Do it
beer as
too.
well. I didn't
and-
commit to it. I had like a few moments where I kind of went just because out of
Other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
other
you know what I
stuff,
mean?
But I think in the year, I think you probably have drank beer less than like 10 times
not less than 5 for
altogether.
sure. Less than 5
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Even that, and like that's also what's helped me because everybody's been like very supportive. Like Ron, my dad, you, everybody has been quite supportive in not making me drink beer. You know, or not making me feel bad that I'm not drinking beer with you guys. because regardless, I still drink. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna sit down and have a drink, I'll have some whiskey or
Yeah, we drink.
mostly I'll
We
have
drink,
wine.
just not,
Which
just
is
not
good,
beer.
which is
just
good.
not beer.
Just not beer, exactly. Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I think one of the things that I enjoy the most is sitting down and having a drink with you guys. Like that, I won't give up.
Yeah.
That I won't give up. I think for me it was just the beer thing because it was just again for in terms of
Just a
not
quick
weed, but
side
just the
note,
gut and
we
stuff
want
I
to give
like.
a shout out to our sponsor, AA.
AA. Come to our local AA meeting. You'll find
To
all
our
three of
local
us there
AA
drinking.
meeting. Yeah. But with that
Have you
being
ever been
said,
to AA?
me,
Yeah.
I stopped before I got there.
Like you were on your way and you're like,
I was
nah.
on my way and I'm like, nah.
Oh, really?
You're like,
How
nah.
about you, bro?
Nah. I'm good.
I used
I
to
was
wake
there
up and, like
once.
the first like my Sundays were literally like 3 pints of beer and 2 Old English before breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Before breakfast. Before breakfast. Every Sunday
Breakfast
for
of
like
champions. they
for
say.
like almost
That's
for like
breakfast of
almost
champions.
almost a year. So like nah, like and then drinking through the course of the week. So I was like, nah, I
Champions
need to
breakfast.
cut down a little bit.
Champions breakfast.
100%.
Champions breakfast.
Hey, man.
With that
No shame in your game.
with that said, since we're not drinking beer, what's your choice of liquor?
Ooh, I found that out this year. Because I wasn't so much into liquor before. So in this year I'm like, oh, like I wanna try out different wines, I wanna try different liquors, and in terms of wine I'm still pretty raw. Like I know what I kinda like, but I'm not like a connoisseur of wine. But I found out that my favorite drink to go out and have a drink is gin and tonic with lime.
Gin and tonic.
Delicious.
Gin and tonic with lime.
Gin and
Shout
tonic
out
with lime.
shout out what is it? Shout
Shout
out
out the fuck, I forget the name. Fuck, I have it at the tip of my tongue. Oh fuck.
wild
It's the dirtiest
something.
hole in Toronto, but it's so good.
Fuck, what's that name of that?
Wide
fucking
Open.
one?
Wide
Wide
Open.
open. Shout out Wide Open.
Shout out to Wide Open. It's a good bar.
It's a good one.
This whole time we've been waiting for you to come back to Canada just
So we
you
could
come
go to
in.
Wide Open.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so we
Came
could go.
back,
We've been
yeah.
waiting, bro.
Yeah, we've been waiting. Yeah, we're like Ron would like this place. You definitely like the place.
Alright.
It's-
Looking
it's-
forward to that.
It's what
It's like Sneaky D's, maybe?
I don't know what Sneaky D's is.
You don't
It's
know
a-
what
it's-
Sneaky D's? Oh my god, you haven't lived
I've
it.
heard-
I don't
I've heard
go out.
of it.
I
I've
don't
heard-
go out.
You
I don't go
kids,
out.
you kids.
I don't go out. But like this place we found with my cousin because, again, our pockets are eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly.
So since we were like meeting up, we wanted to like kind of meet up every now and then and have a drink, but we didn't have like a set date.
Yeah.
So every time that we would meet up, I would just go on Google and be like drink specials in Toronto. And it would just say like, oh, on Tuesdays you might want to go to like St. Louis for like their half wine specials. On Wednesdays you might want to go to blah 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 blah. And then I think this was like a Sunday. It was like a Sunday or a Monday.
I think it was Monday.
And it said go to Wide Open. They have bar and rail for $3.50, like every drink, and we're like, oh, that's not too bad.
it was like 375 or something. No, wasn't it?
I think the first day that we went, it was $3.50. Like that day was $3.50. Every day is cheap. I think the only day that's expensive, it's Saturdays,
Yeah.
and it's like
Has to
$5. It's $5,
Which is
Cool.
still cheap.
which
Yeah,
is still not bad.
doable.
Which is still not bad. Yeah,
It's not
still
cheap, it's just doable, yeah.
It's doable, and it's like this like dingy like dive bar because it's a dive bar riding all
Dingy as
over.
fuck.
It's dingy
Small,
as fuck, riding all
very,
over
very
the wall.
petite, very petite. Graffiti
Small,
everywhere.
like yeah, a fire happens, like everybody's out.
Sounds like a mix between Dickie D's and Mana Bar, maybe.
I don't know
Never been
what I've heard from Sneaky D's or whatever they're Dicky D's, whatever the fuck is shit's called. It's like it's a rocker type of vibe.
Yeah,
I don't.
think I like that.
I don't think so. I don't think so. With Wide Open, it's more of like the bartender who's there. She just plays like a
She just puts
random
puts her
mix,
shit,
a
like-
random mix of
yeah.
music.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
heard that
just-
Sneaky D's is one of the most famous and old bars in Toronto. Like a
No way.
signature. Like it's known.
Is it
for
expensive?
being- I don't think it's particularly expensive considering the prices in Toronto. No, I
Right.
don't think so. However, it's not the cheapest one either. It's just an interesting bar. It's very well known. I'm surprised you guys haven't been there because it's pretty well known. It's by college.
I was gonna go.
And
We should go. We should go.
college.
I don't think it's cheap because if it was cheap, we definitely would have found it.
You know who I heard of it from? You know who told me about it? Some bitch from Tinder.
College and Bathurst, I think.
Oh yeah. I think he told me this. College and Bathurst.
Oh really? What'd you say? Was she a rocker?
She was.
She had a rocker vibe. She had a rocker vibe.
Okay.
But she's the one who told me about it. We just never met up.
But to be
Typical
honest,
Tinder shit.
to be honest, what I like about this bar is that everybody there goes for the cheap drinks.
Yes, the cheap drinks.
You know what I mean? So like the crowd is a nice crowd. Because once we were walking around with my cousin close by because we couldn't find a place, and my cousin Googled the place, and I forget the name, and we're like, fuck it, let's just go there. And I had work clothes, my cousin had work clothes, like we looked like bums, and we just walked by.
You blended right in.
No. This is another place.
Before we found the spot. Before we found
the spot, we found another one, and we walked right by it, and it was like this like high class type of bar. And we didn't even walk in. It's like they smelt us. Everybody turned around and kind of like looked at us like, don't come in here. Like, you don't belong in here. Wow. And me and my cousin were like, maybe we don't go in there.
Like as soon as we walked in and we looked, we were walking by, like we were heading towards the door. Everybody just looked, and we were like, okay, maybe we don't go in here.
Maybe we don't go in here. So that's what I like about like the dive bar. That like
you just blended right in.
We blended right in, yeah. They're like, oh, like these guys are just here for a drink.
You guys are just here for drinks, yeah.
Another couple of smelly motherfuckers. Just coming.
No, it's good because like in a lot of places, like people are stingy with like the way they pour their alcohol. Like they're very conservative. They don't want to spend it, but not they pour properly. So
yeah,
it's fine.
Have you guys ever been to any after hours bar or club?
No. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest.
That's,
after hours?
Yeah, like, well, I don't know if this still exists, but I'm just getting like flash images from back in the day when I used to, hang out with like a kind of dingy crowd. We went out, it was probably like 5 a.m. We were looking for an after hours bar, and there was this guy that knew an after hours bar. It was like underground.
Of course.
And it was sketchy as fuck. You had to like go through this like kind of like maze to get in there and shit.
Right.
And it was fuck. From what I remember, it was like this. Like you could tell it was kind of like a parking lot that had like lights, and it kind of like got customized to be like a club, like an underground club. But it was very dark, and the rooms were filled. There were different rooms, and they were filled up with like, like people that were just gone. They were just high as fuck and gone in different kind of drugs and shit.
At 5 a.m. Yeah.
This sounds like when you miss a kidney, like.
Yeah.
yeah. But it was. I never been into that type of like vibe. You could feel the vibe being so heavy that there were people that I'm sure they were injecting stuff. They were like just against the wall like this.
Oh,
and
no.
It was really, really heavy. Like, I would never forget that. I would never want to go back to one of those. But I'm surprised that...
it's like going into like a crack house.
Yes, they took us to a crack house. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, that wasn't no.
They took me right on Dundas.
It wasn't a crack house. It wasn't a crack house, but definitely there was crack going on there. But have you guys ever seen one of those like movies where there's the classic Chinese like place underground that people go to investigate and shit, and you see all the people just like going all these like zombie mode and shit.
Yeah,
it was fucked up.
I don't think I'd like that either.
Yeah, it was fucked up. It was
no.
That's too dingy, too rushy, too.
In wide open, if you don't make it there before 7, 8 max,
there's no places.
You don't get a table. You don't get.
Wow, that's quite early. That's quite early.
Because it's cheap, so everybody goes there to be able to drink. Because if you go late, then all the tables are full, and you don't want to like just stand around and drink because there's no space.
It's
like
tight.
There's no space to
it's
really stand around.
Well, either way, as how you're describing it, I'm sure that like it'll be fun for maybe like a one-time thing. But at this point, like I don't know. I think I'm past that. I'm past that. Like now, I'm looking for more of like a lounge in a patio, overlooking stuff. Very selective amount of people.
When your pockets are eco-friendly, definitely. Don't get me wrong. If I could go to like a nice patio too,
if the pockets were eco-friendly, we would have gone into that one bar, like that one bougie place.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like
it's
not a club. It's not a club.
Even the situation of being into eco-friendly pockets. Got it. Okay, understood. Okay, under that category and that situation, I did. Yes.
Correct.
Because if that wasn't the case, we would just go to a fucking a wine tour and just fucking get.
Go to like just
I'm not into like fancy shit. I'm not into fancy shit. No, I'm more into like another type of like tranquility vibe, right?
No, I'm into fancy shit. I'm bougie.
What kind of hippie shit is this?
Bougie as shit.
I like fancy shit.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I get it. No, but definitely, as soon as you come back, we definitely have to go.
We'll go check it out.
Gin and tonic.
Check it out.
My
What's
preference.
yours?
What's your drink?
Mine is an old fashioned. I fuck with it.
But you can't get it anywhere. It's
You
so
can.
hard to
No,
get.
you can. You can.
It's
What
so
is that?
hard to get.
It's a.
What is the old fashioned?
It's like apparently it's the original cocktail, which is I think it says it's either I think it's bourbon or whiskey, depending on like I think it's whiskey depending on where you go, but I think
Pretty
it's
sure
bourbon.
it's whiskey.
I think no, I'm pretty sure I think it's bourbon.
Yeah.
Bourbon with bitters. I think it's orange bitters. Some places they put sugar, some places they don't. Ice, and then some what is that called? Like orange zest, like the little orange peel on it. Just mix it up. Smooth.
It's good. It's a good drink. It's a little strong to kind of like begin with, but definitely like a little high class drink.
It's a little high class drink.
It's just very hard to find because most places now
they don't have bitters. They're not
bitters.
carrying bitters.
They don't have bitters.
Back like that year when I was drinking, I used to go to like a St. Louis near my spot, and they had it there, and I used to get that a lot. All of a sudden, they took it off their menu. I think Moxie's still serves it, but Moxie's is like fucking $13 for fucking.
But here's the thing. Now that you mentioned Moxie's in St. Louis, I would much rather spend my $5 or whatever eco-friendly budget into one of those places that you like guys are mentioning, rather than like St. Louis or Milestones, because it's just like I'm just too tired, just to make like. It's just I don't know, just too mainstream.
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Like when you go to like Moxie's in St. Louis, maybe you want to like have like a little like something to eat and
maybe a game to watch, maybe
a game to watch, and not everybody there is in the same plan that you are in terms of drinking. Well, when you go to like a dive bar like Wide Open, everybody's in the same mood. Everybody just want to listen to music, have a drink, have some fun, and that's it. So that's what I'm saying.
That's what with
the
me,
environment's nice.
With me, it was fresh out of work. It was near the subway station back when I used to go on the TTC. Just go right there, straight into the bar, St. Louis or Moxie's. They're usually running a game. And now I just stay there drinking, right?
It was just convenient. It was convenient.
Right. It was convenient. It was very convenient, which is why I got into the habit of doing it, right? With that being said, that's why I started drinking the old fashions. So that's my go-to. What about you, cuz?
How about you, bro?
I think that over the years, I could say that I haven't found my to-go-to drink. However, I really like Malibu and pineapple.
That's
okay.
Easy.
I really like it. I don't know if it's my to-go drink because you don't really find Malibu.
I think that has a name. I could be wrong.
I'm sure it has a name. It's just like, since I don't really remember the name, I always say, okay, Malibu and pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my to-go drink because not every bar offers Malibu. But if they don't offer Malibu, then I'll be open for Hypnotic and pineapple. And Hypnotic, I started liking it because my cuz gave me a bottle of Hypnotic when I was like, I don't know, like 21 or something, 20.
Yeah.
I can't recall the birthday, but he was the one who brought
before my cousin. I didn't know what that was.
I didn't even
and
know
it's delicious.
It's
It's
fucking
delicious.
delicious.
And we haven't had it in a very long time.
I know.
We haven't had
We
it in a long
haven't had it
time.
in a very, very long time.
Here's a,
Yeah. So hypnotic.
You, my story with hypnotic, how it came to. Hopefully, my mom doesn't watch this shit because she'll beat the fuck out of me. But I think I was 11, 12 when I first started drinking hypnotic.
What? Wow.
It's
And
a nice
how
drink.
and how
It's a
they
nice
taught
drink. It's
how they
smooth.
taught how
Smooth
how
as
how
fuck.
they taught me to bring it into school was you get a Gatorade you get a Gatorade bottle.
You wouldn't
right?
even drink it after hours. It's like
No,
how they-
during
I
school.
drank it
During
during
school,
hours.
you get a Gatorade.
Wow.
You know,
Sick.
you get a blue Gatorade bottle. You
Yeah,
empty
yeah,
it
yeah.
out and then you fill it with hypnotic. It looks like Gatorade.
Wow.
It looks exactly
Same thing
the
with
same.
Malibu. Same thing with Malibu. People would go like with the water bottle, empty out the water, put Malibu in it, and we would be in class.
I
just
feel so
passing-
innocent.
We would be in
The
class.
baddest
just
thing I
passing
ever
this
did.
around.
The baddest thing I ever did at school was try to pull off a jeans day, not being a jeans day, and that's it. That's like the whoa thing I ever did
Yeah.
at school.
We would be in school passing around like, oh, can I get some Gatorade? Can I get some water? Like, yeah, it's just,
Oh wow.
during class.
Question.
Good for you. Good
Do you
for
guys? Do you
Not
guys
really.
remember
Not
the
not
first
good
time
for
you-
me. It's
No,
not
that's
good.
sick,
It's
that's
not good.
That's fine. That's fine. Do you guys remember the first time you guys got drunk? What alcohol was it? Where were you guys at? What did you guys do? How old were you?
First time I got drunk.
you. First time I got drunk. Oh well. Fuck.
Not the first time you drank. The first
No, the first
you
time I got drunk. I think the first time I got drunk, I was like 16. Must have been 16. And I think it was
It was not 16.
yeah, like the first time I got drunk, yeah. It wasn't before. No, it wasn't before. Like I drank like from when I was 14, but when I got like drunk, wasted drunk,
Okay.
it was like 16, 17, and I think yeah, 16, 17. Yeah.
Nice. What were you
How about
drinking?
you? Because I was drinking beer. I was drinking beer. Now, the one that I remember the most is when I was like 18, and this happened with Andres. And fuck, it was we were celebrating the fact that he just purchased one of those electric bikes.
I remember this.
We call it the red tread. It was just like it was a dumb ass fucking like red bike electric.
The
We used to
Fagio
ride it
from
on-
GTA 5.
The Fagio. We used to ride it on the sidewalks, and people will be pissed at us, be like, "The fuck out of the sidewalk! You shouldn't be." We're like, "Whoa, it's eco-friendly. It's fucking electric, like whatever." So we were celebrating, and then he's like, "Let's meet up in." We were, I think, Spadina, somewhere about Spadina and Bathurst, like, somewhere around there. And those Spadina and Bathurst intersect, or just be in between those two, Spadina and Bathurst, in between those two,
Yeah.
and then around college area, college and between Spadina and Bathurst. There's like an LCBO close by there, and there's this popular wine that it's very popular in Colombia. It's called Maria Cristina. It's very cheap. It's like a little bottle, like a liter bottle.
She sounds like
Costs
Spick.
like maybe $10, $11, a whole liter of wine.
Cheap.
Fucking cheap. We each got one, and we went to the park right across the LCBO. That was one of the heaviest,
Times you got drunk.
times I got drunk. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
It was bad. It was really, really bad, and yeah. And
That's
on a
great.
park, on a public park, like I don't regret it, but now that I look backwards, it's like, what was I thinking? Like, why would I do that? But it was fun. It was fun. I don't regret it. It was really fun. And we have fun with it, girls.
That's okay. That's okay. How about your cousin?
I've gotten drunk a lot of times, but like
First time.
fucked, like fuck,
First
fuck.
time.
The first time, fuck.
You got fucked.
Yeah.
The first time I got fucked, or just drunk.
Like
Fuck.
faggoty
Fuck.
fucked.
Fucked.
I think it was probably that one time in Canada Day.
Canada Day.
Definitely.
When was this?
That time was
Were you
it.
there? Were you
Yeah,
there, bro?
I
I
brought.
was the one who got him drunk.
Oh shit! I remember another one. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll
So this one was
I'll
we
tell
went
later.
to we went with Brian and one of my friends at the time because he's not a friend anymore. So But we went.
If you watch this, you know who you are.
No matter. We went to Canada Day for the fireworks by Woodbine, and we ran into these two girls that went to our school with us. They were there. We were kind of just chilling with them. We were already drinking. We started drinking, and then we were drinking a lot. We were drinking. I think we were drinking vodka. We were drinking Smirnoff. We had Gray and Nephew, and that's the one that fucked. That's the one that fucked me up. I think they had shit too, but I don't remember what they had. And I was drunk. Like, I was already, like, you know your limit, and I'm like, all right, I'm at my limit. And I'm kind of just, like, leaning back, like, my back towards my boy. And then I asked for water. I'm like, oh, I'm thirsty. Give me some water. They gave me one of these. He did. So he gave me water. I'm already drunk, so the first thing I did, I just opened it, and I started chugging it. And I chugged it like water. And I fucking drank almost, like, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I chugged, like you know, like chug, and after I'm like, this isn't water.
That's not water.
This is fucking Gray Nephew. Blacked out, threw up. When I came, when I came to, I was on the floor hugging a tree. And like I don't remember how the fuck I got there. I remember they started shooting at Woodbine. Welcome to Scarborough.
Yeah.
They started shooting in Woodbine.
Shout out to Scarborough.
They started shooting in Woodbine, and then people started running and shit. And I remember I had to go to the porta potty. So people were running, and like someone ran by, and they kind of like hit me in the face, and I just kept walking towards the porta potty. When I came to again, I was in the back of the bus, and then when I came to again, I was like already on Nielsen Road. Outside, like going over the bridge because I was about to throw up. I couldn't, like, that was like the first time I got like fucked, complete blackout. Don't remember shit. That one.
Oh wow.
It was funny. I remember more of the story just because I wasn't as fucked as he was. So
what happened?
It was a funny day, and I went out with my cousin. I wasn't supposed to go out. This was back in the day when you, mom, and dad used to work at the clubs. So you guys
discotecas.
So you guys used to work nights. So my parents knew, you guys knew that I was with my cousin, but I was supposed to be home early.
Nice.
I'm not a bad influence. I swear, I'm not a bad
No,
influence.
fucking no.
Not at all. So we went to Woodbine or whatever, and we weren't supposed to take long because we weren't meeting up with anybody. But then we met up with the girls there, and whatever. We're just drinking, and since he got fucked. He after that happened, he's like, fuck, I have to go to the bathroom. So we went, and if you've been to Woodbine, like that's just during Canada Day, that's just like that with people.
Yeah, it's packed.
Fucking full. So the line for the bathroom was super long, super long, and we were just like doing the line with my cousin. And then people started shooting, and everybody started running, and like. My cousin kind of was like, oh, well, like, now there's no lines to the bathroom, so let me just go to the bathroom. and like, I was conscious.
How convenient.
And I was conscious, but I was still a little drunk. And when my cousin went to the bathroom, there was a friend that came that, like we weren't with them, but, like she saw me. And she's like, hey, Brian, like, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, same thing you are, like, fireworks, Woodbine, Canada Day. And she's like, oh, like, there's people shooting, like, you have to go, like we gotta go. And I'm like, oh, like, no, like my cousin's in the bathroom. She's like, you gotta go. And I'm like, my cousin's in the bathroom, like, gotta wait. She's like, all right, bye. And she just left. Like, I'm not waiting. And my cousin came out, and our friends, found us because they were by the beach, but they started running as well, so they found us. And the girls left, and our friends stayed behind. And my cousin was in no shape to walk, like at all, like no shape to walk. This guy came out of the bathroom, went straight to the tree, started like throwing up and like hugging the tree. And like his friends also like a little taller than me. Like I was shorter than I've always been shorter than my cousin, but I was shorter at the time. And his friend was probably like his height, so like he could maybe carry him, but like I couldn't. Like I was too short. So I was like, fuck, like we gotta wait until like he gets like a little bit better. We gotta wait. Yeah. So we're just waiting. Like nothing happened with the shots. Like everybody like was pretty much gone. We waited there for like 2 hours, and then like he finally like started like gaining some consciousness.
Holy fuck! I don't.
Yeah, it was like
remember
2 hours that we were waiting there, bro. It was like 2 hours. Like the shooting happened. I think like even before the fireworks happened. I don't even think we saw the fireworks.
Oh, wow.
And the fireworks are usually like around 10, and we started making our way back like around like probably like 12, closer to like 1. And that's why we started making our way back, because they were gonna stop like the buses were gonna stop.
Blue night. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, and I'm like, yo, like I have to get home like before like 2:33, because that's when they come home. That's when my family comes home. So we started like we carried this guy to the bus stop. Then we finally got on the bus, and we were like 3 stops away from getting home. And he gains consciousness. He's like, I have to throw up. And I'm like, yo, we're almost there. We're almost at. He's like, I'm not making it. I'm not. Let's get out. Let's get out right here. Like, fuck. We get out. I don't even think you threw up.
Nah.
I think you got out and you didn't even throw up. Like, fuck. So we had to walk that and I think his friend. I think his friend took him upstairs. I think his friend's like, don't worry, like go home. Like I'll take it from here, because we used to live like obviously like around the corner. And I sprinted home that day. I sprinted home and I like fuck, like got into bed, and you guys you guys didn't even get there right away. You guys got there like 40 minutes later.
Oh wow.
But that was the funniest shit ever. That was the first time I saw this guy fuck. I don't even think I've ever seen you that fucked again.
We have after that, yeah, a couple times.
Couple times here and
But
there.
but I've probably been fucked too, so like I don't remember as much. I don't remember. That was funny. That was a funny day.
What's your story?
I told
First time. No.
Oh, my bro. Okay, Brian's story.
Because he was telling my story, because I couldn't remember it.
You couldn't remember it? No,
was fucked.
My first time, I was probably 13 or 14.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, and it was with Andres, and it was Andres'
Oh, that
fault.
makes sense. That
It
makes
was
sense.
Andres' fault.
Yo,
Now we
shout
know
out
who to
Andres
blame.
watching this.
Shout out to Andres. Shout out to Andres.
He's gonna love this story.
He's
I
had
bet
his
he
hand
remembers.
in 2 of our 3 stories.
1000%. So, Ron, back in the day, used to have these house parties in the basement. My cousin remembers. He used to have these house parties. And my brother's like 6 years older than me, so at the time he was like having like 18, 19-year-old like parties. I was like, I don't remember if I was like first year of high school or last year of elementary. Again, 13, 14. But I was still too young for his parties. So I didn't really like vibe with a lot of his friends, and Andres didn't really vibe with that crowd as much either. He liked to drink, but then he didn't like to like party and like dance and stuff. And those parties like a lot of people danced and stuff. So I remember that day Andres had brought a bottle of fuck was that Crown Royal.
Oh,
Crown Royal.
Yeah.
And everybody was in the basement, and he was upstairs in the living room. And I came downstairs in the living room, and he was already like a little touched. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, well, nothing, like just chilling. He's like, you want to drink this with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was so excited first time, like it wasn't the first time drinking, but definitely like first time like having like shots and shit like that. And I don't remember how much I drank. All I remember is that night also my parents were working in the nightclub, and I went to bed before that. But when I went to bed when they got home, because I heard them getting home. So I ran upstairs, and when I ran upstairs, I was so drunk that I wanted to throw up. And it was my first time getting drunk, so I didn't know that the smart thing to do was to throw up in the toilet. So I threw up in the sink like 5 times. I threw up in the sink like 5 times, and I just went to bed. Nobody caught me. I was fine. The next morning, my mom was pissed at Ron because one of his friends went upstairs to the upstairs bathroom to throw up in the sink, and they clogged the sink.
Saved by the bell.
Ron is like, it was you motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
That's funny.
And that was the first time. That was the first time. This is nice. This is fun.
That's funny.
This is all because of Andres. Fucking
Oh,
Andres.
because of Andres. Shout out to Andres. Love
Shout out
you.
to Andres. Love you guys. Love you, Andres.
But yeah.
That's fucked
No,
up.
but Wide Open. We definitely have to go to Wide Open when you get back. It's a nice place. You like it. You like it for sure.
It's cool. It's chill. It's chill. It's definitely chill.
So talking about all this like alcohol stuff and drunk stories. I don't know about you guys, but when I go out like to drink with my cousin and stuff, sometimes we don't like go out to like pick up chicks or anything. Like I have a girlfriend, and either way, like when we go out, it's more so to just have a drink, talk, like enjoy the company, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Enjoy the liquor. We enjoy liquor. Like, we enjoy this shit. We don't drink stupidly.
But I enjoy the company too, bitch.
Fucker.
No, but like, I don't know about you guys, but I not even when I'm drinking, but I always like watch people. As weird as that sounds. Like I watch.
We all do.
Okay, that's good. I'm not the only
Who's
one.
we?
Like,
We is a big word.
You don't watch people? Don't let them.
You don't watch people?
I watch women.
No. I watch people. I like to see how
Analyze
how,
and shit, yeah.
Yeah, how they analyze, how they interact, how they react to certain stuff, and I always find it interesting to see how guys hit on girls in bars. Again, it's hard for me to say because I don't do it, so it's like me judging something that I could probably do worse. But I haven't seen like a smooth approach as of yet. It's always something that like you look at it and you're like, really, like
Really?
that's what you went with.
That's your best line.
Like I've seen you looking at her for like 3 hours and that's what you came up with 3 hours. Like you just came up to her and be like, oh my god, like we have the same phone. Everybody here has the same phone. Everybody has an iPhone in here. Like what are you doing?
Oh my god, your screen's cracked too. So is mine.
What's that? We're meant to be. Like it's always some dumb shit like that I'm like, holy shit. The worst part though is that sometimes it works. I've noticed that it works.
It all depends on how drunk the girl is too. I mean,
I guess
you could say shit in different languages. She'll be like, all right, let's go fuck. It all depends on how drunk she is too.
I guess, I don't know.
There's a fine line between what you can pick up between 1 and 2, and then what you can pick up between 4 and 5.
I'm sure if you're still out at 4 and 5, like you can pick up anything.
Exactly.
Anything.
And you can be like, we have the same phone. We're meant to just go fuck. It works.
Be like, yes, I was waiting for you.
It all depends. In my opinion, it all depends on the level of alcohol that they you taken. So.
Yeah, but like for example, like I can tell when the girl is only like using the guy for like a drink.
Oh yeah, you
like
can tell.
She's not like paying attention to the guy at all.
Because the guy is 16 and she's 19. Of course you can tell.
Some are as obvious as that, but just some just aren't. Some like the guy's just buying drinks and the girl's just kind of there like, oh yeah. Like,
alright, first of all, all you men buying these bitches drink need to stop this shit.
Yeah, you need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing it. You guys are making it really, really bad for
Use the drink
else.
on yourself.
Yeah.
Drink for yourself, drink for your own people. Stop buying these bitches drinks.
Yeah.
I've witnessed guys buying drinks for the girls the whole night and them leaving with another guy that didn't buy them shit. You know what I mean?
They go, you motherfuckers buying these stupid Instagram thotties drinks and shit. You get them drunk, you get them tipsy, and then they got what they wanted to do, free drinks, and then they go to the cute guy or to the guy they wanted from the beginning. And you're dumbass, and you look stupid spending money on these bitches.
I remember once I was with
2020 canceled.
I remember once I was with like a friend of mine, and this friend of mine, we were like at this fucking club, and there were two girls. There was only two girls that really, were kind of like looking at us and shit. And then one of them is like, they actually made the first move, and then we kind of approach, and it happens to me often that when I get kind of tipsy or like good drunk, I don't think about like who buys alcohol. I just want to get more alcohol.
Right.
But I should stop that. Because
I'm the same. It's a waste of money, but
it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's fine. Especially here in Toronto, that you can spend $200 on alcohol fairly quickly. Okay, maybe not 200, but like $100.
Fairly
150 bucks. But so
okay, I really like your hoodie.
I like his hoodie too, but you didn't continue your story. What was your story?
Oh, so it's just not worth it because at the end of the day we ended up going to our places whatever alone, not without the chicks, and it's just not. it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like, of course, this was maybe back in 2011 or 12, but it just sucks. Like back in the day, at least I would kind of like go into the club, trying to maybe hook up with something or whatever, and then just finding myself out with like out of like $200 and waking up alone. It's like, oh shit, was it even worth it? I don't know. I could have spent just $50 and just, be okay.
I think that's probably why I don't like go clubbing here in Toronto, because one, the clubs that I've been to haven't been like super great, and two, it's just very expensive. Like right off the bat, you're wasting either an Uber or gas to get downtown, because we don't live downtown.
Parking.
Then there you go. Either Uber or parking, which is like $20. Then you're paying an extra $10 to $20 just to get into the club. If before that you've probably been waiting outside in the freezing cold for like 30-40 minutes. Then you get in and it's packed as shit, so all you want to do is drink, so you start drinking. And half of these people like don't dance, or they kind of like dance on the spot.
I don't dance. I don't dance. I hate dancing. I hate seeing people dance. I don't dance. I like seeing bitches dance. I don't dance. I've always hated when people put music and they're like, "Oh, let's go dance." No, bitch, I'm enjoying the music.
Well, you're a good dancer, though. You're a good dancer. You're a good dancer.
I don't dance.
But
you guys making this shit up. No, you guys are making. I'm tired of all these lies.
You don't like dancing.
You have the swing. You have the swing. You have the flow. You have it. You have it. You're Latino. You're Latino, man. You can't lie. Your hips don't lie.
You have a tattoo that proves it.
Your hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Well, wait, pause. Pause. Nah, I don't dance. I hate that shit. I don't go to clubs mainly because of that. I don't dance. I don't do that shit. With this whole Me Too movement thing, I don't even like approaching bitches.
No, I hear you.
So it's weird being at a club or a bar and you don't know if you approach the bitch and then next thing you know you're getting arrested.
For no reason.
For no reason.
I think again, I think that's probably why I don't go to clubs. I enjoy drinking, and I'd rather go to a bar and have a drink and waste the $20-$40 on cover and gas on a nice bar than just tiring myself out standing up at a club listening to shit.
Here's the thing, we went once. We went downtown once. We're following, I'm not going to say no names, but I follow an Instagram thotty. No, I'm not going to say a thotty. Nah, that's fucked up. I follow an Instagram bitch.
She's a thotty.
She's a bitch. What she is. she was promoting her little, I guess, her club event. Saying she was gonna go. She was gonna go and like, oh, she's cute or whatever, you know what I mean? And we were near the area. We were actually like really, really near it. So we're like, oh, let's just go. Let's pull up. Let's see what it is. So we went. We got inside. We were there for maybe half an hour. Nothing. The bitch did not show up.
Oh, shit.
It was like kind of dead. It was kind of like dead and shit. And we're like, nah, fuck this.
And the thing about like clubs that is not so much like at bars is, I think the ratio is like 80% guys, 20% girls.
Yeah, I hate those kind of clubs.
And the 70% of guys, they look like vultures. Just when other girls coming in, there are the girls. Like you're just like, yo, like just have a drink. Just have a drink.
Have you guys ever been to a gay bar? What? Don't judge.
I'm not judging, but it just caught me off guard.
I don't know what door you're opening, but stay in it. Careful, this goes online. There's no coming back once it's online.
It's the biggest closet you could come out of.
Careful.
I'll be careful. So, the only reason why I brought it up is because Brian mentioned this whole like.
Wait, don't put this on me. Don't put this on me. I did not mention anything. What are you talking about?
Yo.
this women to men ratio on most of the clubs. That's just a
Okay.
reality. It's just a reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a LMFQ friend of mine, and he invited us to one of his, clubs, and it was called Convento Rico, and it was pretty popular. I don't know if it's still open. It's
That
by,
name alone
it's,
is-
it's pretty close by
The one
Sneaky
year or
D's.
the other.
It's pretty close to Sneaky D's, and like okay, I'm gonna go with my partner, my woman partner.
Okay,
And,
there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like my date. So we went there, and it was fun. It was really fun. Like the ratio was pretty balanced out. The ratio, it was like 30% men, 30% women, and 30% whatever else they want to identify as. So it was pretty evened out, and it was lots of fun. Like I thought it was gonna be like super weird out, and like I was like already thinking, okay, we're gonna spend 10 minutes there because I don't want to be judgmental, I don't want to be rude to the invitation. I'm just gonna go in and be like, okay, it's not my vibe. That's it. I'm out.
Right.
We spent the whole night there. It was just such a fun vibe. Of course, there was some stuff that you were like, oh, that's weird, but it was weird fun, just fun to watch, like laughable, funny. It was like, really, this is what happens here, and I don't know.
What happens there? Wait, what happens
Wait,
there?
It's
What do
fun
you
to
mean?
watch. So
What?
this is what happened. This is
You
what
see
they
it?
do.
Yeah.
Again,
What-
here's
what
the
is
thing.
it?
Here's the thing. If you go by yourself as a guy, you're gonna be completely weirded out. You're gonna be out of there by within 5 minutes. If you go there with a date, or you have your date by your side, and she's with you, whatever, and then she's having a good time, and you're kind of laughing at the whole thing, enjoying like the whole scenario, kind of like, oh, it's just funny to watch. There's a lot of like cross dressers that do like lots of shows and shit. That they do outrageous stuff and like funny stuff. They go out of their way to be funny, and it's a good vibe. It's not like the classic club where you go and people are like,
Yeah, I hate that.
It's just dumb. I hate it.
It's
I
so
hate
gay.
it. And it's
It's
like,
so gay.
and then you just kind of drink, and maybe a good song pops, and everybody's like, yeah, and then like another 30 minutes of like pumps, dim some pumps, dim some pumps.
It's okay.
It's just
It's
fucking
okay.
gay. I find that
Yeah.
gay. I don't enjoy it, and it's a waste of money. And people like you get that vibe, you get contagious of that vibe, and then the conversation kind of dies. Like it's just dumb. With
Sucks.
with this place is what I found because I've been there more than once. Because the vibe just
Wait, what do
it
you mean
just
you've been there more than once?
yeah, it does. It's a fun place. Believe me, you guys are kids. You guys don't know. You guys are just being judgmental. It's fun. It's a good vibe. It's
Not being
never-
judgmental.
there-
I'm taken by surprise.
there's
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment. You don't have to participate into being gay or whatever. No, you just have to.
No, for
just
sure.
Stand there. Just stand there. You just be.
You stand there and take it.
You stand just watching from the fence. Just watch from the fence. Have some drinks. There's good Latin music. There's usually like really good music because they don't put like boring music. They really put upbeat music, and it's
Right.
just like a really fun environment to be in. And like the vibe is always up. There's not a dull moment. I
I
can't
believe
tell.
that though.
I can't remember like once being bored. Like oh shit, like I wish I could. I was like I was well entertained
Me too.
between
I-
between challenges, between ruffles,
Challenges.
yeah, like there will be like the odd challenge, people doing odd stuff. Like you have to be there to understand. It just I would never participate, of course, but it was just funny to watch. It was funny to watch, especially when you see people that are like used to that kind of world and they interact with the whole
Right.
scenario, and you're like,
Right.
whoa, that's how you have fun. And it's just interesting to watch. It's just fun to watch. You have a good drink. You may dance with your date and whatever, and then you just go home. Nothing happens. It's not invasive. They don't like
Right.
make you do anything. They don't like force you to do anything, or they don't sneak their way into like do anything. No, I didn't feel like uncomfortable at all. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. I've had guys hit on me on like regular bars, couple times, And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But never at a gay bar, ever.
A couple times is a lot of times.
That's a lot of times. I think
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
have a weird vibe there.
You're getting the weird.
I don't know.
See,
I don't know.
this is what happens when you go into a club and you start shaking your thighs because they don't
What the fuck?
lie.
Your hips.
Oh, your hips. I'm sorry.
Your thighs. Your
Yeah,
thighs.
this is what happens.
Hey,
you send the wrong vibes.
I feel pretty comfortable about my masculinity, and I must say I have fun at gay bars because there's never a dull moment, and I hate going to a bar where there's just this punch, and nothing happening. It's just dumb. It's just fucking dumb.
But I believe that. I believe that because I was around my fair share of gay guys when I used to work at Tommy Hilfiger. Like
Okay.
half of them were gay, but they were all great guys. They were all great
Like,
guys,
fun guys,
funny
Yeah,
guys.
funny guys. Make you
When
laugh,
had a
couple
shift
guys.
at, when you had a shift at those guys, like they were all.
They would make the environment be fun. Without
Yeah,
them, the environment wouldn't be as fun as it was, I guess, right?
Yeah. I get. So I can see that. I can see that happening. I don't
It's
know if
just
I'd
fun.
go. I don't know if I'd go. Maybe like you said, maybe with
Again,
a date, like
if you go
like-
with your date and you're having
Yeah.
fun, trust me, you will like it. I wouldn't go by myself because I'd be fucking weird out. That's just.
I wouldn't
not
go
a
by
place for me
myself,
to-
and
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't go with like the boys. Like I wouldn't go with you guys. Like three of us, like three straight men walking into a gay bar. Like it's not a good look.
Well, it'll be funny. I'm not sure we're gonna stay there for the whole night, but it will just
no,
it'll
it
be
would
funny.
not be funny.
It'll
No, it
be
would
fun.
not be funny.
Oh, watching you react, it'll be just funny. You'll just play the whole fucking thing. I remember I was in Spain, and my LNPQ friend, he was in Spain as well. We met up, and he's like, okay, we gotta go one of these bars. I had a date, like a girl with me. I was like, oh, you know what? As long as with the girl, I'm good, I'm fine, let's go. And funny enough, again, there's never a dull moment with this, gay community. I ended up in jail because of this gay bar. And we went to the bar.
What did they do to you?
we went. Okay, you don't want to fight with a gay guy. Those are like, they're good fighters. So basically, what happened? They're crazy fighters. Yeah, they're fucked up. So basically, we went to the gay bar there in
A whole lot of
Barcelona.
scratching and slapping, I assume.
There was no scratching. Trust me, there was no scratching. There was like, cuts and bottles and shit. Yeah, okay. So let me just get to the story. I was with my date. She was from certain parts of Europe, and we met up and my friend and we're like, okay, let's just go one. Like, here's the thing: when you have a gay friend that you know that he likes gay shit, it's really hard for him to have fun at a regular bar because there's nothing fun happening usually, right? So for us to invite him into like our crowd is like, oh fuck, you guys are boring, because we are. In general, it's boring.
But I think that's where you got it right, because you went into a gay bar with a gay friend, like somebody that knew the vibe, like could tell you guys like, oh, like don't worry.
Oh, that's always the way it's been. It's never been me and my girl just randomly walk into like a gay bar. It's never been like that. There's always been somebody that like acts as the middle guy in terms of like making us feel comfortable within the bar. So we went to the bar. It was an underground bar. We were having fun. We were maybe just like half an hour into it. I was going for maybe more than half an hour, maybe an hour into it. I was going for my third round of Heineken's, and I remember clearly. I left my date with my gay friend. They were dancing, and then I went to the bar to grab some drinks. I went to grab some Heineken's, and then when I turned around, I just see my friend fighting with like three other guys. So it was 3 against him, and I'm like, "Fuck this!" So I remember like dropping the Heineken's, and they just kind of fell on the floor, and I just kind of like go and start like kicking and punching, kicking, punching and shit. And then I remember doing a lot of kicking. I don't know why kicking. Like I'm not like a kick fighter or anything, but I remember doing like lots of
players,
I guess. And then fast forward, like maybe it felt like half an hour fighting, but it must have been maybe like 4 minutes. And then I fast forward whatever time it happened. I was upstairs, and then I had my friend. He was crying, and his throat was cut.
Oh,
They tried to like cut his throat with like a broken bottle. He couldn't talk because there was blood coming out. Not a lot, but there was blood coming out, so he really couldn't talk. He had his fucking throat bit stitched, and then his arm as well. I only broke my whatever bone this is. I broke it trying to punch somebody,
yeah.
and then I got sent to jail because I wasn't carrying my passport. So whoever doesn't carry their passport, whoever doesn't carry their passport, they're gonna treat them as an illegal alien, and they throw them into jail for like whatever time it takes to prove that you're not illegal. So yeah, but again, never a dull moment. Even I remember that it was kind of fun. It was just really fun. It's never a dull moment.
It's a different experience.
Yeah,
It's a different experience.
which I recommend. I recommend because I've been. I don't consider myself to be one of the like fucking party hard people. Like I know all the joints in Toronto. I don't, but I've been around, and I've seen I've seen the vibes in different clubs and shit, and they're not all bad. But I'll say 80% of them they're pretty lame, stupidly expensive, and lame at the end.
Yeah.
So compared to one of these gay bars, I haven't been to a bunch, but the few that I've been to, they're not expensive, they're cheap, the vibe is fun, you get to have fun, you laugh a lot, and you go home feeling like you have fun. It's not like, oh shit, like I wasted $200. Fuck. It was like, fucking right, it was fun.
I don't turn down the idea, but I would definitely have to go with like a gay friend. I wouldn't go by myself. And if there's a gay friend out there that wants to take all of us to a gay bar, my cousin included.
Nah, not all of us. I respectfully decline this type of shit. Not my vibe.
But I try it out. But again, I just wouldn't want to feel like I'm out of place if there's nobody there that like kind of like.
I'll go to a lesbian bar.
Isn't it the same thing?
You're not allowed to go in because it's a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I don't know how.
Unless you dress up as a lesbian, you're not allowed to be on a lesbian bar.
Wait, there's different bars. Like there's like gay bars, it's only men, and like lesbian bars, only women. Or I thought like a gay bar was like a both type of bar.
I guess it all depends on the place and the rules. Here in Colombia, I went to a very well-known gay bar.
So you're just going like to all the gay bars in the world.
Hey, cuz, is there something you want to tell us right now? Hey, bro, we already have a gay cousin. He's in Colombia.
So it's fine.
You're ready to have another one, really?
So it's fine.
Hey, it is what it is. There's no judgment here in the podcast. Maybe once we hang up, we might have another discussion.
It's like you being true to yourself that if you're 20 minutes into it and you feel something on your leg while you're having fun and you're horny, you might as well be like, oh, I might as well. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. What I'm gonna say is that if you've been on a fun vibe and if you don't feel insecure about your masculinity, then you're gonna look into having that vibe again. You look into like be in that like kind of environment again. So I like normal bars if I'm gonna go there to drink, sit down and drink.
Right.
But if you want to have fun, you go to. If you want to have, that's what I'm understanding.
100%.
From what I'm getting from this whole thing is, if you want to go drink and be a man, you go to a normal bar.
What from the audience, whoever's straight and has been to a gay bar and has fun would understand what I'm saying. And here in Colombia, there's a place called Teatron in Bogota, and they have like, it's huge. It's fucking like 4 floors, and it's, how can I compare it to? Have you guys ever been to Government?
I think it closed down.
Yeah, it closed down. You guys ever got a chance to go to Government? So it was like this huge arena and different like scenarios of bars and rooms with different music and shit. Okay. So it's kind of the same thing, but even better because they really go all out into making different rooms and like with different scenarios and decorations from each type of music and shit.
Yeah.
And there was this section for only lesbians. and I wasn't allowed in. Like, you're not allowed to go in. Only lesbians are allowed to go
Yo,
in.
but technically you're
right?
a lesbian, right? It's like, yo, I like women. I'm a lesbian, bro. What's the matter?
That's not how it works.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't
That's not
think
how it
that's
works.
how it works.
They can't
And I'm sure somebody
judge
will
me,
correct
those
you on that.
motherfuckers. You can't judge me,
So
bitch. We don't
only
judge
lesbians
you.
would go there, and it was. I like couldn't go into lesbian. I whatever. I didn't even hard like try or whatever, but it was a fun bar to be in. There was different music, styles in different rooms and shit. It was fun. It's really a fun environment. I thought like before going to a gay bar, I thought it was gonna be like all like men harassing you and trying to be after you and shit and just feel uncomfortable and like fucking harass. It's not like that. At least it hasn't been like that for me. If maybe one of our viewers has been to a gay bar and they have been harassed, sorry about that, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. But it hasn't happened to me, and it's been fun. It's been fun. I've always had fun. I never had like a dull moment. It's always fun. So whenever I go to a new country, I'd say that a gay bar is a to go to place because it's always fun. It's good. Is good music is generally cheaper than any other bar out there. It's fun vibe and that's it. And there's lots of straight girls that get fucked up and you can easily pick one of them up. It's really easy. It's really fucking easy.
That's a different angle to go about it.
Yeah,
That's really fucking easy.
Different
Before
angle to go about it.
Yeah.
It's really fucking easy. It's ridiculously easy because especially if you're a semi-good talker or semi-good dancer, your chances increase like 80 to 90% because the girls that go, like straight girls that go to gay bars, they want to have fun. They're not gonna go there to like kind of like turn you away. Oh, you asking me to dance? How dare you ask me to dance? No, they're gonna be like, how come you haven't asked me to dance earlier? Because I came here to have fun. It's a different vibe than a regular fucking bar. When you go to a fucking regular bar, they're like, what are you asking me to fucking dance? Like, get away from me. Like, fuck you. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, why do you even come here, right? Like, what the fuck?
That's gay.
Go to a gay bar. I'm recommending you. 100%, you're gonna pick something up. 100%.
Amen. I won't knock it until I try it, but I think we could keep going. But I think it's a good note to end the podcast in. Thank you for joining us again. Please make sure that you watch the first one if you haven't watched the first one because you'll be lost in the second one. Not at all. Completely
lost.
Completely different topics. It's fine.
Yeah,
Make
it's
sure you watch the
slightly
first
different.
one. Stay tuned. We're gonna try and get 2 of these a week. Hopefully, if we can get the logistics to work, we're almost there. But stay tuned.
A lot of issues. A lot of issues,
But I think we finally got it down, so it's all good. And stay tuned. Be ready. Thank you.